Hello.
I hear you.
I believe I can hear you now.
Oh, there we are. Can you?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Because I could hear you the whole time, and I was just like, and my mic was showing that it's working. So
No, I had the configuration of
your
not
speaker part.
enough audio. Yeah. It was my fault.
That's
So
okay.
it was the first time configuring all this thing, all the settings.
Yeah, no worries. How are you?
So, excellent. Great to meet you.
Yes, you too.
It's amazing to finally talk with the guy that I see all around, and
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot lately.
you are doing a great job. And what I received a comment some days ago. No, today I received a comment that we're doing good projects around and doing good stuff, that we shouldn't be talking about bad projects, but trying to just filter out.
Yeah, as best we can, right? Like, yeah, as much as I won't obviously go on talking about PGB, but right now it's kind of the thorn in my side. But it is what it is.
No, but you're doing great. I hope. I don't know what happened today with that at the end.
Yeah,
I
nothing yet.
was
Waiting for everything to hopefully start any minute, supposedly. But so we will see. I'm hoping he starts refunds and we can get past this whole thing, but we'll see.
I was wishing to have all this project, this interview after the refunds were coming, but I believe there's a lot of info here that we should take advantage in.
Yeah, no, exactly. We'll have to just deal and hope for the best, because we'll be waiting forever. Well, hopefully not, but it feels that way.
So I don't know, how do you want to start? Do you want to talk about it, about the project? I don't know if there's enough people around, but it will be great to like start talking about iBots. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
You're the guy that knows more, and I wanted to ask you about the team more first. One of the first things I learned about crypto projects and DeFi projects is trying to know who are the people behind it before. I don't know. There's a lot of good things, good feelings around people like Manny. I believe he's a good guy at the end, but we'll see if he's a good guy. I saw other good guys that are coming back, like the people that missed. Jed just came back today.
Yeah, I actually
and everyone thought that it was I was not going to get involved, but I got in it, and I got in it, and then after a small while, it went off, and it's been like a slow rock pool. But okay, the thing is talking about the good things.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's the thing. Yeah. So on to iBots. I didn't realize we actually live, so that's great.
Let's go for it. Yeah. I try to learn about doing this thing, the iBots. I don't know how you have to teach me how to change the way.
Are you trying to stream something?
Show it? Yeah, to show the page, the web page.
Yeah. So basically, down at the bottom, there's a present, and you can click on share screen if you have it pulled up. I could also pull it up.
Diapositive. Yeah, compartir pantalla, and it will be here. I have it here.
There we go. Yeah. So for the team, basically with iBots, I was approached by them through they've seen me around. They've seen me on YouTube's James Pelton. I was on there, and they had seen me there, as well as modding a couple of other Discords. One in particular was Wealth Mountain, and they saw or told me they saw how I handled the ups and downs of things, and when things were bad, they saw how I handled things, and when things were good, they saw how I handled things. So they basically approached me to join the team based on their visual of me and understanding of me, and so I then got onto a video chat with them. They have not doxed and stuff, but they are. I have physically met them on camera and spoke with them and had conversations with them, and we have very like-minded ideas of what we want from the space. We want protocols that are accountable. We want ones that are going to stick around for more than a couple of months, and ones that are looking for the long term as opposed to the short term vision of getting money and running. So they have proven to me that they are doing that. And if you look at like April, we've had a decent start, but obviously, as you might have seen, the month beforehand was pretty fantastic. And we, since our big payout there on the 9th, I think it was, we ended up switching fully to Forex for now, in order to capitalize on the volume that's on there on the Forex markets, which we are a little lacking on DeFi markets right now, right? So, so this I think was the right move for us to keep returns going, but we're still testing some crypto markets to make sure we balance it out and hedge our bets depending on what is going to give us the most bang for our buck.
Okay, so these guys are from Israel. Their names
Correct.
are Daniel and Oren.
Yeah, those are the two
they from
founders.
Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, or you know something more about them?
I don't know anything. No. I do know like that there's some companies they own or run and stuff like that. Some minor things, but nothing really drastic. But they are, like I said, if they wanted to do something not so nice, they could have created a protocol that was far more attractive and not built it up as slow and as methodical as we have. And even a lot of the ideas that or the way the protocol turned out were based on some ideas that I had. So they were very accommodating of great conversation and helping us come to a protocol that we can be proud of. So, yeah.
Okay. So what I've seen is that the Israel, I know I work with a company that works with people in Israel, and Israel has turned to be like the Silicon Valley of the East.
Yep.
So I believe a lot of people from there are coming back, are coming with this kind of projects. The other one, do they have experience or have been in other projects like this one?
So I never went really delve that deep, and that may be a negative, but at the same token, like I said, I get gut feelings of people, and that's where I feel that my value comes into finding out whether I want to be a part of the team or not. So a lot of it was just based on what our desires were of this. I didn't necessarily get into deep diving but I believe it was their first project. They had been in projects and they had been part of rugs, not part of, but like had invested in projects that rugged on them. So their desire, like mine, was to find projects that were not going to do that. And in the end, turning to, because they had the expertise and they had, I believe, some financial background and that kind of stuff, this is what kind of brought them to this. And they had ran their own bots to try and see how it were to work out. And I think they've done like 15 months of their own bot trading to kind of make sure this was the right setup for them. And even how we pivot, because at first it was all crypto bots. And then I found a Forex bot that we were interested in. We tested it, and that's what turned into what we're doing right now. So we're pretty flexible and kind of adapt to the market based on what the needs are, which is nice.
Okay, great to hear that. I want tell the people. I know what it is, but tell the people what iBots is about. It's all about, and like how they call it, an elevator pitch. Because we went over
so basically we're the whole idea is we're taking bots. So it is all bot protocols. It's kind of like like some other protocols have been called an ETF of bots. That's kind of our desire, is to create and what we started out was creating a mix of crypto and Forex bots to try and create a balance portfolio approach. We have, based on our smaller TVL, more focused on the one for now, but the whole idea will be to have a balanced approach, whether it's 50-50, 70-80, 70-60, or 70-30, whatever it may be. We're going to create a suite of bots that are all going to be trading for us equally, based on how we feel the markets are pulling, and whether crypto starts going into a bull, then we'll flip more to crypto bots or Forex and kind of slide the slider based on that. Also, the big idea is it's low risk. So we're not looking to have like 1% a day or anything like that. It's real returns. And as you can see with the blank spots on the calendar, that there are times where we're not going to make money that day, and we're not going to be paying you money that day because we don't have the money to pay you. So it's real revenues, basically using a combination of crypto and Forex bots. But right now, Forex only. That was
at the end, this is not a 1%, 1% or 2% daily projects.
No fixed rates. It's real revenue.
Those are not sustainable at the end.
No.
So I don't know if you want to share the screen, but it will be great for the people that don't know about iBots to know how to get started. Like it's just the next part of the web page, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can get us in there. Now, this part here kind of gives you the lowdown. I can show inside one. I'll have to get logged in, but I'll do it on my end. But for now, as you can see right here, it's pretty easy kind of pointers that it points to. Creating the account is super simple. Right from your login screen, there's a register here button. And all you really need to set it up is an email address and a password that you'll set. Once you've done that, you'll set up usually some two-factor authentication and verify your email, so you know it's you, kind of thing. And then you're ready to make a deposit. So once you go to make a deposit, I can actually show you inside that screen in a second. I'm going to log in, just so that we can.
I'm gonna pause the sharing.
Yeah, it'll just take me a second because I do have to obviously do my two-factor authentication, which actually means I'm going to have to turn off my camera for half a second. But I'm still here, just because my two-factor authentication is on my phone. So I should have logged in beforehand, but didn't think about it. So other than that, once you're in there, it's pretty darn straightforward. But there is some changes that we actually just made. So our timing's pretty good, where we can show you. Right, that'll be all right. There we go. So I haven't deposited on this account. This is one that I just set up today in order to show off the new features. So I'll just share it in 2 seconds here. Present, share screen, iBots. You need to post my screen up there if you want to click on the bottom. And I'll turn my camera back.
This one.
There we go. So once you've logged in, so you were at the front screen, or basically you click on the login. Once you've logged in, you'll be greeted with a screen like this, which shows your calendar, and then any money you have in here, your earnings that you've earned, and then your total balance with your bot value and your earnings added together. Deposit button either down here or right over here. And once you've done that, I've already added the wallet. So what's happening now is, before, when you were doing your deposits, you had to you basically had to send the money to an exchange, but the fees to get it to the exchange and then off to the Forex broker just end up adding up. So in order to avoid that, what we've done now is we've given you the ability to attach a wallet, a MetaMask wallet, or any other wallet that can attach. Once it's attached, though, you cannot unattach it. So to verify that you're sending money to your own wallet, once you've connected it, that's all. And now you can copy this address and send your deposit through your MetaMask by just doing a send transaction. So just like hitting anywhere here and clicking on an asset and clicking send. Asset wise, it needs to be USDT on either now the BSC chain, AVEX chain, or Matic chain. The deposits do take up to 24 hours to get set up. Usually they're much quicker, especially if the founders or the bot team are available during those hours. But we just give up to 24 hours so nobody's freaking out wondering where their money is. And minimum deposit is $250. Other than that, the only other big thing with the deposit is there is a maintenance fee, and this is done every 30 days from your first deposit. So just something to keep in mind, and you'll want to keep that money in your My Earnings amount, just so it makes it easy. If you don't have money there, then it'll come from future revenues, so closings.
Yeah.
But it's better to have it just sitting there. And at 1%, if you got $1,000, it's $10, so it's nothing crazy, but it does need to be there. Yeah, so, and that's about it. The other neat thing, actually, while we're here, I guess, not to let me go on babbling, because I do that a lot, but so obviously you can withdraw like normal. Like the dApp's pretty set up well. It gives you all the kind of main things, and so you can either withdraw or compound. And for this, you have to, for doing withdrawal, you need to add an actual wallet, so you can send it to other wallets as long as you have your access. And then the brand new thing that we just got set up, which is ready to go now, is as a debit card. It's a Visa, basically a prepaid Visa card in essence. It will run through your Apple Pay or Google Pay. And you don't necessarily have to dox. This information doesn't have to be accurate because it's just a digital card. But the email and your phone number would have to be accurate. So
that will be a debit card, yeah?
Yeah, it's basically a Visa debit card, kind of like a Visa debit card, yeah. So and it'll be done only on your phone. So you have to load it, and there are fees, just like any onboarding or offboarding of crypto. There is fees. You can't bring the money.
What
back
are they?
in.
Do you know?
So I believe they show on here. If
I
not,
saw them in the Discord.
Right here. Yeah, they are in the Discord as well. But basically, a $2 maintenance fee at least at the last day of the first, like during the month, and then debit card fees is $6 to issue. So when you issue a new card, it's $6, and then and to refill the card, and then there's an 8% deposit fee. So it's not super cheap, but at the same token, neither is anything offloading. And this gives you the convenience of doing it without technically KYCing or tracking it theoretically. So good for certain people that might want that.
And this is also available for people not in US or not in North America, like Latin people that probably are the ones that are watching us.
Yeah, so anybody else, I believe, and I haven't used it yet, and I'm not out, I'm in Canada, so I can't really speak for them, but I believe basically what happens is you'd have to set up a phone number that is Canada or US based, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was actually in the thing about it. So there are places where you can get phone numbers.
In the Discord, it says that you don't need the number. You don't need to do the KYC if you are from outside the US, if you don't include the number, the phone number, then you can use it outside the US without the phone number.
Gotcha. Yeah. I never have to think about that stuff for me, so I didn't think of it, but thank you. I appreciate you knowing. So yeah.
Yeah.
So something unique. We haven't seen this really in the space. We've heard talk of it, obviously, and we've had protocols that have said they're going to do this, but nobody's really actually come out and done it yet. So this is a really nice feature that they were able to add, which was pretty awesome.
We heard about the Visa card in Stable Fund, if you don't remember.
I didn't want to mention it, but yeah.
There's a salute here from Pure.
Yes. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah. Hangs out in a few spots. So I appreciate you joining us, Pure.
Yeah, thank you to be here. So I don't know how to take it off, but thank you for being here, Pure. So another question that I have that is for me important is, what is the real difference between these iBots and all the other bots that are just outside in the DeFi world at this moment? What is the real difference? Why should the people invest here and not in other places?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of things that I find kind of make us stand out a little bit is we haven't gone the NFT route. NFTs definitely have their benefits. There definitely is some pros to them, but at the same token, your funds are locked. So the ability to get in and out, to me, is one big factor. So you're not locked in for a period of time. You get in tomorrow, you have some crazy emergency, you just request your funds within 24 hours, they're back in your wallet. So it's very, very easy to get on and off. And theoretically, you can now even send it to the debit card that we have here and go ahead and offload it that way if that's easier for you. So, and yes, Pure, the stable fund gold card looked great, but it's not real. So that basically is the big thing there, is the fact that we have that ability to offload very quickly. The other big thing and not to take a shot at somebody else, as you can probably be aware, there's no token either. And the token, I think, was a neat idea, but it's giving unfair and fair and advantages to other people, whoever they get in early or get in late. So with this, it's simple. You put your money in, You get your returns based on real revenue that's being generated, and you take your money out if you choose to, kind of thing. And the fact that the returns are a little bit lighter and not as degen, I think it's a nice place for people to potentially put some winnings from other places and start building up their chest again, because obviously it's been quite a rocky ride for the last few months.
Yeah, sure. So you can invest at any moment in the week, and you can take it out at any moment also. But it takes 24 hours to have your money back, or how does that work?
Up to
I don't remember
24
exactly
hours.
how it
Yeah.
works. Okay.
Up to 24 hours. And obviously there is, like, I'm assuming there can be situations that get a little more dire if we're stuck in trades, but in the most part with these Forex ones, they're not trading all the money at once. So it makes it somewhat easy to kind of pull it out and put it back in as we need. And as we grow, that will just have more ability for that, right? There'll be more funds kind of available to do what we need with. So the flexibility is really probably the biggest thing.
And how do you decide? How does the team decide which bots do they use? At this moment, we're using Forex, and will they come back to crypto, or will they have a mix?
Yeah, the whole goal is to have a mix, but we're doing it very methodically. So right now there is 2 bots, and actually I can probably tell you which. I just can't recall off the top of my head, and I should have my screen. So in the Discord, if you see in there, there's actually two crypto bots that we're testing right now, and for some reason I can't remember off the top of my head, but and so there's technically, we're testing 2 other and it's more like different what am I thinking? Different risk levels. So we also have another gold and another USD one that we're playing with. And so those ones are on the Forex side. And then on top of that, we're testing 2 bots right now. And I'm not able to, but I don't know if they show them on here. So yeah, so there's some crypto ones we're testing. And based on how they do, we might come back and put them back in and that kind of stuff. It kind of depends. So
okay, great.
Yeah.
So thank you, Danica, for your comment. There's no NFTs at the end. It's really tough to sell your NFT because sometimes you're there for a while.
So, yeah, and you never know, and it doesn't make it easy for a quick getaway if you need to. And sometimes things happen. So yeah. And and that's the other thing. Mortified, actually, his comment there, I wouldn't mind touching on that, is that the other thing that I've really found great about these guys, about the team, is they've been really cautious, because I've seen situations where and actually I witnessed with other bots that I know about, we've turned off ours for a period of time where the market was way too volatile, where we didn't know whether it was going to go up or down, and we turned ours off, and I saw other guys get totally wrecked. So that kind of thing to me was pretty awesome, that the team had the foresight to understand to maybe be a little bit more cautious for us, to make sure that we protected our investors' money, or our members' money. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, something like thank you, Tommy. Yeah, something like yesterday that the Bitcoin went like crazy. Somebody with a short will lose all the money. The other question I wanted to ask you is the leverage here. I saw in the white paper that it was 1000x, but with short trading, or how it will vary?
Yeah, it varies again depending on market. They're not always using that. It depends on what they're trading and whether the risk tolerance is there for it. But no, I don't think most of the Forex ones, they get up there, maybe 100x if I'm not mistaken. But that'd be more of a question for the traders, which the other big thing, and I don't know if you've noticed it when you're in there, but the Discord, the team is amazing at answering questions. They're on the ball with everything, and they're really active on the Discord, as well as I try to be as much as I can, but I'm just a little bit all over the place. But yeah, so any kind of specific stuff on the specifics of the bots, definitely not a bad idea to come on in there and ask them.
Okay, great. And which are the real risks for these people that don't know anything about bots or about DeFi? What are the risks that you should recommend to take care in this kind of projects?
Oh Absolutely. And obviously it's DeFi. So what I'm telling a lot of people right now is spread your risk around. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. It's just not healthy. So that's obviously thing number one. With this one in particular, obviously we're dealing with bots. Right now we are only 4x, which adds its own level of risk because they can be quite volatile. But again, the way they're managing it, I find is very, very well done. Because again, I've seen, and I'm not joking, I've seen guys get their whole accounts liquidated by a bot. There's certain ones that literally went down 95% on the same day that we made 1%. So obviously the way we're managing it is quite responsible to try and make sure we don't lose our investors' money. But this is still DeFi. This is still bots are still a risk. They can flip on a dime if you don't manage them right. So there definitely still is risks involved, but the way they're managing it is really awesome.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I really appreciate what they were doing, turning off the bots, because there's really risk when you're trading on bots. So thank you, Mortified. It's the Discord. I believe it's amazing. They are really there, and that's one of the things that I don't see in other projects, that people are always with mods in Telegram, or there's a lot of people that are not that get lost in the Telegrams or in the Discords. Here you can ask and they will answer in quite
well. And not only that,
really
I find
rapidly.
a lot of them too. They have like they have fanboys for mods, for lack of a better term. Like you'll see Discords where they're not professional. They don't know what. They just like the project. They go rah
what
rah
they're
rah.
talking
And the guy's
about.
like, I want you to be my mod, but they don't know how to actually talk to people and how to answer questions properly. They just know how to be a cheerleader. So it's nice having the founders actually in there interacting with the people, which is important in this kind of situation, especially in DeFi right now. We all need to see the founders out and about, or the team members out and about, showing that they have faith in what they're doing. So agreed.
Okay. Any questions from the people around, from the audience? There's a lot of good comments, but if you have any comments and any questions or anything about, it's a good time. Yeah. And I want to ask you more about you, Pocket. You've been in a lot of projects, doing a lot of good moderation, and trying to do good things. What else do you do in the real world, or what are you working on?
Yeah, in the real world, I actually work for one of the big 5 banks in Canada. So I do have a financial background. I've worked in banks for 20 years probably. I've jumped around to other management jobs as well and stuff in between. But yeah, in the most part, I'm trying to make this my full-time gig because it's gotten a little bit overwhelming doing both. But as you can imagine, it's not the easiest thing to do, and there's lots of ups and downs in this market. But I've learned a lot over the last few months, especially after coming in about a year ago, losing a good chunk of change, and then building it back up again. It's given me a lot of knowledge and a lot of learning to help bring that to the people. So that's my goal, is to help others not make the same mistakes I did, or at least if they make the mistakes, they can hopefully help them kind of understand and learn from the mistakes faster than I did, maybe. Okay. Nice stuff. But yeah. So I'm hoping to be as honest and transparent as I can with everyone, and create some, or at least be part of the right projects. But as you know, it's hard to pick them all. But I'm getting better, and hopefully all of us are getting better, especially the ones that are out here talking to the people, and trying to not give advice, of course, but show our journey, if you want to call it that, or whatever us YouTubers like to say at the moment. But yeah, just be here to be as honest and transparent as I can. And I'm going to make mistakes just like any of us are. But I hope everybody realizes that I'm true to my word, and I'm true to the desire to do better in the space and help others do better in the space.
No, yeah, okay. I'm also from the financial world. I've been 20 years working with different brokers, and gotcha. I'm also looking for this, for better stuff in the DeFi, trying to understand and learn a lot about crypto, and a lot about this. Is for me, the blockchains is an advantage for the world, and I believe if we do good things, we can get to help people
Yeah.
all around.
Yeah, exactly.
And
No,
it's
it
great
can be
and it's great to talk about people in Israel. I've been talking about people in. There's someone here from Israel talking. I don't understand what they're saying. It would be great for a translation here.
I know him from my community, but yeah, I don't know the words.
No, it's great. I've been talking to people from France. They're doing great things. I just read about other people in Holland, and there's a lot of good projects around. So hope we can keep helping.
Yeah,
And,
bit by bit, I think
I just wanted to take a small time here with you and with the project, showing people around, and just keep going. And I hope we can get an update later about what iBots is doing. What is the TVL at this moment? How much? Or the market cap?
Yeah, we're at 130,000 right now. So it's been a big jump over the last few weeks because we were hanging around 50,000 for a while. So we've almost tripled what we were starting at, but it's starting. We actually have another AMA with a few other people coming up. Tomorrow actually is James Pelton, so that's going to be exciting, and hopefully we'll add some awareness. So so looking forward to that. And we're not looking to hit the moon and hit 1 million right away. I mean, obviously that would be great. Don't get me wrong, because right now, me and the founders and the team haven't really earned anything on the protocol. It's been mostly expenses on their side, really, to be quite honest. But our goal, obviously, is to hopefully earn ourselves some rewards for this effort, right? But for now, sure. It's nice to grow in a responsible way and hopefully create some nice passive income for everybody.
And I heard from in another video that you can see what you are invested in my FX book, I believe.
Yes.
Or not?
Yeah. So in the Discord, and again, this Discord really is like if there's one thing I've been given the most compliments on, it's the Discord, the website, and the team. And so in the Discord, we actually do have 2 sections, one called crypto bots and one called Forex bots. And inside there, you can see how things are running. You can see the stuff we're testing, and you can see the stuff that we're actually running. And so you can see what we might get into and what investments we might trigger in future, and the ones that we're in now, all full transparency in order to make sure everybody knows what's going on. And that's the other big thing that I wanted with this, is to make sure that we showed everybody what's happening, and you can see the closed trades, the closed P&L, and it's all real data, not just some made up. And you can see that it's real data and not some made up screenshot of something that somebody's taken or manipulated. So yeah, that's been some of the best stuff and the best things about it. So
okay, no. Okay, thank you for your time, Pocket. It's amazing to meet you finally. We've been chatting for some time, and hope we can meet again in this or other projects around.
Yeah, no worries.
There's no more comments or.
Yeah, no worries. And for the ones that are here, there's a couple from my community. If you have a moment, obviously, Crypto Bernie, give them a like and a subscribe. And you are most of your content is in Spanish, I guess, though, eh?
Yeah, I hope I can start doing something more in English, but I'm trying to build up the community in Spanish, because I found that a lot of people are not in. There's not a lot of good projects spoken in Spanish. So
no, that's great. That's amazing.
I'm trying to communicate it to another kind of people around that don't speak English. And sorry for the guys that we had to do it in English, but it's the only way to get through to all other people in the community. There's a
and that's the hard part.
PGV.
What's that?
There's another project. Ask a question here about PGV. Why this project will be different than PGV?
Yeah, I mean, why it's different. I mean, it's a totally different project, a totally different team. Yeah, not much to say about that. Obviously, yeah, it's unfortunate what's going on over there, and I get it. Sometimes I get attached to it a little bit, but I'm just an admin guy. So, and right now, let's hope everything gets done soon. So, and yeah, so anyways, any of the people from my community, by all means, give you a like, and hopefully that works out for you. Yeah, thank you, Ramses.
Just one from my community. Ramses is just saying hi. And
nice. I wish I could do
I know,
some
looking forward.
Spanish, but I pretty much
Thank
know
you.
cerveza and
Podemos tomarnos unas cervezas cuando estés por acá.
yeah, there you go.
O en Estados Unidos o en Canadá. We hope to move to Canada sometime. It's an amazing place to live.
It is. It gets cold in the winter, but I do appreciate some of the cold. It's culture shock for others, but it's awesome. So great place. All right. Well, if that's everything, I thank you so much for having me on.
I think. And gracias por estar acá, Justin, and everyone else in the community and your community. Thank you for being here, and hope we can meet again. Hasta la próxima. Bye bye.
Bye.